everybody cares what people think about them. I keep saying this thing about, like, everything's more of a continuum than you guys are thinking. Like, everyone cares what people think about them. The goal is to make sure that you don't care what people think about you more than you care what you think about you. That's when I say follow your radiance, that's what I mean. Is bringing your ego down. The ego that I'm talking about in this is self-image, right? The view that you have of yourself that you think everyone else has of you. Like, oh man, I hope that they think I sound cool or seem cool. No one's going to get rid of that. No one's going to get rid of that. And honestly, it would be unhealthy if you did. Some of our identity is negotiated off of others, almost all of it, actually. So you're always going to care what people think about you. And again, when I say, like, it would be unhealthy if you didn't, you should care if people think that you're a bad person, because that might be valuable feedback. Some of it might be true, and that might be something that you can use to course correct some of your actions, right? We don't want to be viewed as a bad guy. We want to be viewed as caring and loving and all those kind of softer skills. Like, but your image, this image we have of ourselves, you shouldn't care about if people think you're cool or beautiful. Like, you just shouldn't care about that. It should go back to something that you've earned. You should care what people think about you if it's based on an action that you've done that you feel very fucking close to, because it's a part of your soul. You should want them to notice that you're putting in effort, and you should want other people around you to see you as an example in a positive light. But again, we have an overwhelming amount of people that are so consumed with what people think about them that they're forgetting to formulate what they think about themselves at all. Then they go into a job that they don't like because they think that other people might think they're cool because of it, or it might get them enough money to be lovable. Well, I couldn't go do the thing I actually want to do because people might judge me. That's you picking your image over your true fucking radiance. And that is a massive mistake. It's a massive mistake. There are always going to be haters in the world, guys. That's never going to go away. I don't care how good of shape you get in. Someone will say, oh, dude, you're not like big enough. Everyone's going to say, I'm not big enough. That's what they're going to say. And then if you're the massive jack dude that's got fucking veins all over, they're going to go, oh, cool, that's not healthy. That's where they're going to go first. They go, that doesn't look healthy. Then immediately, you fucking must be nice getting on all them fucking steroids. I've heard it a million times. It doesn't matter what shape you're in. If you're a marathon runner, it's like, oh, I'm glad I'm not skinny like that. Everyone's going to hate. And that's them projecting their own fucking insecurities onto you. So you got to let that shit go away. If someone's hating, that has nothing to do with reality. That's them projecting their own fucking weird self-image onto you, and then formulating how they wish they would look, and then putting that on top of you like you should have the fucking same exact radiance that they have. That's weird. That's weird shit. I don't know why we all do that. We can't leave each other alone and let each other follow each other's radiance, because we're so fucking full of judgment of thinking everyone's judging us that we just think we need to judge the shit out of everybody else too. Hear it in the diet world all the time. Oh, carnivore, that doesn't work. Shut the fuck up, man. It does for some people. Fuck off. Do your fucking diet. If you're vegetarian, you're vegan, cool. Big on you. I don't give a shit. I don't fucking care how you eat. I don't care how you eat. If it works for you and it looks like you're healthy and you feel good and it makes you feel good, dude, sweet, man. I don't eat keto. Look at how fucking skinny I am. I eat a fuck ton of carbs. I have to eat a ton of carbs just to stay at a neutral level of calories to be able to not just waste away. Does that mean that my diet is one that you should adopt and that... No, man, that's not how it works. That's all ego. That's projecting your own self shit to other people and then getting feedback from other people and going, hi, am I okay? Is this good enough for all of you? I don't fucking care. You guys got to get to that point. I care about how I view me. I want to get stronger with physical fitness. That's what I'm working on. I don't care if you see me and go, oh well, I wouldn't. Cool, fuck off. Go do your shit. Don't worry about me. I'm doing my shit. Don't worry about me. Does that make sense? There always will be a hater. You're always gonna give a little bit of a fuck about what people think. The goal is to minimize that daily by listening to your own self, following your own fucking path, and understanding that if you're doing the right things to get the results that you want, that you really, really shouldn't care about what other people think about you. You really shouldn't. So just think about that for a second. First off, there's always going to be a hater. There's always going to be an admirer. None of that shit matters. It's all fleeting and it goes away instantly. Especially if you just don't let it bug you. So just think about that. Definitely get your ego in check if you care more about what other people think about you than what you think about you. Your own conscience is telling you what you need to do for you. Does that make sense? As long as you're doing the things and you're working. And you all know that you hear it. When you're being lazy, you know that you feel that fucking little bit of shame. And you're like, I should have done more today. You all know that. I don't need to fucking tell you that. You know that. It's already inside of you. Listen to the message that I'm really saying. Subtract away all the bullshit. Subtract away what other people think about you. And then what will illuminate itself? Your own fucking conscience. And it will start guiding you in the right direction. That doesn't mean you don't listen to a mentor, because they set these frameworks up for you so you can see the continuums. It's like, oh, here's these boundaries and parameters. This is like ultra fucking negative. This is positive. Get as close to this line as you can, but it should be something that speaks to you. If it doesn't speak to you, sure, don't do it for right now. Do something else. Focus on the shit that's talking to you the most. If diet and your physique is what's talking to you the most right now, get that shit in check first. Fucking start there. Start building a habit in that one area. If your job is all fucked up, if you make no money, you don't know how to make money at all, and you haven't figured out any of that, well, focus a little bit of your attention on that. Listen to your heart. How do I monetize my passion? How do I make money off doing the thing that I love? How would I do that? Do I need to reach out to someone? Do I need to get a coach? Do I need to watch some videos? What do I need to do to figure that out? So just understand. It will be fun and it will be easier if you're following your own radiance. It will always feel like shit if you're doing it for everybody else. You're never going to be fulfilled that way because it will never last. Somebody else's view of you goes away as soon as they're gone. You're with you all the fucking time. Does that make sense? Cool. Yeah, have people admire you. They're not going to fucking hang out with you inside your house. You should want your loved ones to like you, and they should like you for the character that you fucking possess. They shouldn't like you for the physique you have, any of that shit. They should like you for the character that you possess that's gotten you those things, sure. But the superficiality of it, that part, if you're diving into that world too hard, it's never going to last. That will always go away. You got to feel good about being you. That's a more important endeavor, I promise. Feel good about being yourself. I can tell you wholeheartedly, even when I'm doing all the things, when I'm doing all the shit, when I get all weird and squirrely and I get my ego and I make it about me and I make everything about me and everyone should fucking pay attention to me and what about me, and my life turns to shit. I have no serenity. I have no clarity, no equanimity, no focus, no fucking peace. None. It just happened to me recently. A massive setback in my life where I got all fucking weird and was making everything about me. No big deal. Even that. I just said fucking in the last video, everything's impermanent. That was just a slip up. No big deal. Course correct. Learn a massive lesson from it. Hopefully gain a superpower. Grow, evolve, experience post-traumatic growth, which I'm experiencing right now. I feel like I'm on fire with everything because I did have such a setback that it like reset my frame. I was like, oh shit, I gotta remember, like, get back on my spiritual stuff. I wasn't coming from a place of kindness. I was coming from ego and hypocrisy and a bunch of that shit. So just understand, you're always gonna care what people think about you. There's a healthy level of that. Just make sure you're not caring about your image so much that you're just out there wanting people to validate you, and it shouldn't be that thing.